What is up, everybody? Mattiker here again, bringing you another episode of Danganronpa. Now, in the last episode, we just found out that Chiriho was murdered, and honestly, I just want to just jump right into it. All bullshit aside, why Chiriho? Alright, nope. Let's get right into it, everybody. Anyways, I tried to suppress my screaming, but it was useless. It surged out of me like water from a spring gushing out of the ground. Byakuya, on the other hand.
Very strange.
Most unusual, don't you think? He was totally calm. Almost like he was watching this all unfold in front of a TV screen.
I see.
Look, Chiriho's corpse has been suspended somehow, and something's been written on the wall in blood. Bloodlust? Such a brutal way to kill someone. No, this is beyond brutal. Wouldn't you agree? They killed her. How could it not be brutal? No, that's not my point. The murder is far too bizarre for an everyday amateur to have committed it. Unlike with Sayaka, this murder was not a crime of passion or necessity. It's almost as if whoever did it for fun. You see what I mean, don't you? What? My head was swimming. I was still reeling too, confused to understand what he was trying to say. Before I could even begin to clear my head. Hey, I heard screaming! Did something... Chiriho! What?
A body has been discovered after a certain amount of time,
Oh.
which you may use however you like. The class trial will begin.
Oh. What the hell was that? Oh, that's right, you were unconscious during Sayaka's, so you don't know about it. What you just heard was the body discovery announcement. Apparently, when 3 or more people discover a body, an announcement plays to let everyone know. I imagine it's so that the search for the culprit can proceed fairly for everyone involved. Proceed fairly? The body discovery announcement! And Chiriho really is... dead, yes. Before you start screaming your head off, go round everyone up. It seems another game has begun. Another life or death game to cover and killer. Taka bolted out of the locker room. As everyone made their way to the scene, it felt as if no time had at all passed. It was like my sense of time had just taken wing and flown away. When I finally came back to myself, I saw everyone had the same look of confusion, fear, and anger. We all stood there, gathered around Chiriho's body. Damn, I couldn't keep her safe. So there's another victim! Which means we're now in the same position once again. Fuck, man. What the fuck is this? It's a dream. This is all a dream. It's all just a dream. In fact, I haven't even been born yet. I don't have any memory of ever being alive. Shut up. Yeah, seriously, shut the hell up. Is this Chiriho's blood? No, there are more important things to worry about right now than this. For now, pay attention to the wall. Huh? I said it once already. There's a word written there. On the wall. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. I don't think it's any kind of dying message. It's just too strange. But you know! That thing about writing bloodlust in blood, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? A murderous fiend who kills again and again using such a bizarre and brutal method. At the scene of each crime, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? Genocide Jack! Genocide Jack, the murderous fiend whose grisly attacks were famous all across the country. The ultimate murderous fiend, creating a reputation of abnormal, downright cruel killings.
What is this?
Then this is some kind of copycat killer trying to imitate Genocide Jack's style? But why would anyone do that? Perhaps it's the work of the real Genocide Jack. Oh shit. The real... Wait, are you saying Genocide Jack is here in the school?
No way!
There's no way. But going so far as to write bloodlust at the scene, I am surprised at their stupidity. I can't imagine a worse situation than dealing with a stupid murderer. What is it now? Toko! Hina was pointing towards the entrance to the girls' locker room. Toko was the last to arrive, and now she was just standing there. No. What? Why? Why? She fainted. That did not sound good. To Toko! Hina rushed over to the collapsed Toko and started trying to shake her awake. Toko, are you okay? Come on, wake up! Oh, that's right. I just remember what she said about how she faints anytime she sees blood. So this is hemophobic? I imagine she does not watch too many horror films then. This isn't a violation of the rules, right? I mean, technically she passed out somewhere besides her room. No, it should be okay. The regulations prohibit sleeping, like, on purpose. Ah, so since she didn't faint on purpose, it doesn't count. Gotcha.
Just a second.
Toko, can you hear me? Hey, you gotta wake up. As if she'd heard her, Toko suddenly shot awake, as in literally jumped up from where she was laying. It was such a strange reaction, I was at a total loss for words. She leapt up straight into the air, changing her stance as she did. That tongue. In no time flat, she was just standing up. Ignoring the physical contortion she had to go through, her motions were totally haphazard. Huh? What? Sorry about that, I was just so shocked, you know? It happens, right? Was I the only one? Toko, are you okay? I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, are you dead?
What the heck?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted. The world has a front and a back, a top, ending, and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies.
Well,
This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different. Well, she sounds completely different. No, everything's fine. At least the stutter's all gone. That's a good thing, right?
I see.
It's clear to me that everything is not fine. Your eyes seem strangely vacant. It might be best if we take her back to her room for the time being.
so,
I don't mind taking her, but could someone help me? If you need help, I don't mind. Taka, could you help me? Huh? She totally ignored me! Very well, you take care of the girl, and the rest of us can begin the investigation right away. Can I assume nobody has a problem leaving Sakura and Mondo on guard duty again? Well, hold on a second, rushing to an investigation? The mastermind isn't behind that. After what happened last time, surely you realize that.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There is no question that Chihiro was murdered by someone among us. Isn't that right, Monokuma?
of course.
Right as rain. But don't take it as a bad thing. It's just a fact of life. Because that's how graduation works. Then it happened again? Is that what you're saying? There's another one of us killed a fellow classmate. What, does that freak you out? You guys got no balls, you know that? Is there just nothing down there at all? Well, I'll let you pray to mine if you want. Actually, wait, no, I don't have any either, sorry! Stop monologuing and give us what you came here to give us. You did bring it, right? I sure did, chum.
The Monokuma file.
Allow me to present the next Monokuma file. I know how much you must be looking forward to it.
See ya later.
So please do your tippity-top best on this investigation.
No way.
Do we really gotta do another investigation? Examining the corpse of one of our friends, having to suspect all our other friends?
Why?
I hate this. I can't take it anymore. I hate it too. I've had enough. I'm getting out of here. Where do you plan on going? There's nowhere to run.
Such ignorance.
Just accept it already. After all, blood is just a liquid. A dead body is just a simple object. You are very enthusiastic about all this, are you not?
Naturally.
How can I not be? If we don't unmask the culprit, we all die. That's true, but to jump into it so soon. What, do you want to die? Fine, then go off and die somewhere. Right now, go ahead. You're a waste of space.
Damn you.
A dead body is an object?
Piece of shit.
Chihiro wasn't an object. Show a little respect or I'll beat some into you.
Calm down.
Everyone stop bickering. Listen, there's some truth in what Byakuya said. Kyoko?
Because
If we don't solve this mystery and find the killer, our lives are forfeit. And if Byakuya is right, that Genocide Jack is somehow the one who killed Chihiro,
that's right.
then unless we do something, more victims could start piling up. Forget more victims! If we mess this up, we're all dead meat!
Hey!
Hold on. If that's your worry, you don't gotta worry any longer. In any one killing game, the guilty party may only kill a maximum of 2 people. What? I don't remember any rule like that.
Actually,
I just came up with it. I mean, if one person went around and killed everyone, your lovely student life would be all over, right? The new rule has been added.
hey,
Well? In that case, why not limit it to one person? Well, in a good mystery, you don't want to miss out on at least the potential of a serial killer angle. Just one would totally murder that possibility.
he's waiting for you.
Farewell for now. I'll catch you guys at the class trial. I can't say I understand his thinking, but if we can kill up to 2 people, then one more person's life could still be in danger, which is definitely not good. We need to uncover the culprit before something else happens.
You son of a bitch!
You need to shut the fuck up!
So,
Well, for now, Taka and me are gonna drop Toko off at her room. Nice, I'm gonna get dropped
there
off!
is nothing to be done.
We have no time to stand around here. We must begin our investigation. Tout suite. I don't think I pronounced that right at all. Oh well. If we not solve the mystery of who killed Chiriho, then we will quickly follow her into the afterlife. That's true. I hate this, but if I want to survive, me and everyone else, we have to do it. We don't have any other choice. First of all, I better check the Monokuma file to see what's going on. The victim was Chiriho Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girl's locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. That's all it says. Well, it's not like there's any point in complaining about it. No matter what, I gotta do what I gotta do. Nice! Alright. Hey, Makoto, do you have a second? Huh? Did you need something from me?
Naturally.
Of course. Life without purpose is quite dull, don't you know? So what did you need? I'm gonna let you cooperate with me during my investigation. Huh?
What?
I'm purchasing your talent. The same talent which allowed you to solve Sayaka's case. Solve? No, I just...
Stop talking.
You seem to have some limited use, which is why I've chosen you. You have the honor of contributing to my investigation. So you're inviting me to come with you? You're doing it in the most arrogant way possible, though.
Let's go.
Now then, shall we get started? But we need to get moving. There's no time to be standing around. I don't really know what just happened, but it looks like I'll be working with Byakuya on this one. Byakuya. Barracuda. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, Barracuda. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. Lust for blood? I don't know. There's a dumbbell on the floor and... There's a blood stain! There's a blood stain on the dumbbell! Sorry, exclamation point. The Monokuma file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does this mean this dumbbell is actually the murder weapon? I don't imagine it could be anything else. Nice! Alright. So it's someone who can carry a lot of weight. Poster's got some blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Let's talk to people. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chiriho talk about it, right? Oh, I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help but wonder what it might be. Mondo's account has been added. Sweet. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still. I think she might have came here on her own by choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really need to exercise that late? Here and myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However.
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come... Whoa, my eyes just glazed over. I apologize. But that she also would have come with someone else. It's a possibility, I think. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Huh? Already? New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. Got caught up with the wrong person this time. So Kyoko was our partner last time. Now Byakuya is our partner. Huh. I wonder if it'll be different every time. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Alright, buddy. It must have been the boogie boards! I bet those were the real murder weapons. There are a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf, which have nothing to do with the case, but we did get a coin! Nice! That's not even the scene of the crime, idiot. Wow, you're... okay. Flotation donut. I don't think it's related to what happened to Chiriho. But I did get a sick coin out of it. Alright, dude, talk to me. What are you saying? You could at least try and figure out where we should check without my help. Surveillance camera. Even as Chiriho was being murdered. Yeah, I bet the mastermind was just sitting there watching. They know what's happened. They're still forcing us to go through with this. Oh, I can't look at this thing. If I remember right, this card reader's meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's just about this card reader. Yes, the card reader has all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorist on the prowl, the ceiling-mounting Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending someone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct. So then, that means only girls can go into the girls' locker room and boys can go into the boys'. In other words, Chiriho's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me? Allow me to tell me what you're thinking. Since Chiriho was able to get into the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So in other
As
words,
such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been right in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Tagami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things. Get it? Got it? Good. Wait, hold on, you're saying there's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that would mean someone would have to loan it, so,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions, figure out the rest on your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you're unfortunately lacking in mental faculty, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Nice! What's going on? Well, we're here. We came to the main hall, so what are we looking for down here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Great. Okay. I see a monitor. I see cameras. I see a box. Box it is. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No, wait. There's 3 of them. What are they doing here? So you finally found them? Huh? Did you know these were here, Byakuya? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka? You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Sayaka Minozo. Mizono, sorry. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay close. I don't do flashbacks. I always forget that I don't do flashbacks, but I don't do them. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Nice.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. Is it broken? Whose is it? The other handbook showed Junko's name when it started up. Then the one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right? It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs? The memory of it came flooding back. The cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey! Wait, what? The e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental, a super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily. But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't frickin' break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. Oh, but even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point. It does.
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret! I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks. Then Leo must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you might ask, how could that be? Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
Fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chiriho. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite? What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly I want to reveal Chiriho's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chiriho?
Don't make me repeat
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack's behind this. And I have a basis to believe that, I assure you. Well, I missed the first one, but... Is there really proof? This is someone I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need. Evidence that Genocide Jack's the one that killed Chiriho. Evidence does something like that really... Ah! Hey, you two! Big trouble, need your help!
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy, leave us alone. But it's an emergency! Emergency! Come on, please, you gotta help me! Yes?
Please.
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, Hina?
I mean,
But it's an emergency! An emergency? What happened?
well,
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya?
Very strange.
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we could take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you
Don't
sure?
make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it.
yeah.
Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
It looks like she's heading to the dorms. To Toko's room, most likely. You're right! Which one's Toko's room? Aha! I found it! Is Toko inside? Some kind of emergency. Are we gonna go in? I guess not. Do I ring the doorbell first? I'm trying to do this with one hand, and no, I can't ring the... Byakuya, you want to go in there for me?
Such
You're talking to the wrong person, you wasted space. Alright then, thank you, buddy. What do you want from me? Hina. You guys are too slow! I think you're just too fast. So what's this emergency? Well, that's what happened in the girls' locker room. We left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, good idea. May as well give it a shot. The door swung open and silently. Holy crap.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you holding yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Huh. Just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time, and I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Did she think the serial killer really murdered Chiriho? Is that why she's scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there someone who might be able to persuade her? Why, yes, there is. You, do it. Do the persuading. Hey, Byakuya, do you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to a Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice even when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Bacula?
It's Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on! Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well, then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya started what? Byakuya. He even said it. Byakuya. I'm just gonna probably call him Barracuda from now on. He just kept walking on to his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library? Come on, let's go in. Okay. What are we doing here? Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again. Okay. Let's look at the death. No clues there. But there's money. Okay, that's important. Do you want me to go in here? If I remember, on the other side of the store is the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It all makes sense once you're inside. Whoa, there's so many books and files, and so much dust, too.
So, in other words...
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Alright, am I supposed to be looking at the crap here? If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover the value for yourself. Alright, left to right. This shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original's kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. Just read it, you baby. No one's gonna kill you here. So many files stuffed on the shelf. What's in all these things? Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the DIET or something? No, I mean the ones with the real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. If you're really ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There's some very interesting people in there. You're kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. There's a ton of thick files stuffed into the bookshelf. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files there are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh? There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it is. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It would prove very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord, huh? Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
What?
Do you have any problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. So you're finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library. The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Ignorant.
That's your guys' problems. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it as a lie. Well, it's not that, it's just... It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use, I can't keep up with all this, it's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them multiple times, there's no doubt. Hold on a second, you said you've read all these documents and more than once? But all this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
So in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of the world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. How little? It's an excellent mental exercise. I solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all the reports, one of my most recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chiriho. Save your surprise, the best part's yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of the crime. Only key officials and the victim himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Now, if you recall Chiriho's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple. The culprit isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack. That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. And Genocide Jack really is such a brutish, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us?
Interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what you've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. I don't... okay. Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file, could you let me see it?
Fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it here. But you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I reached the page where photos from the scene of each crime had been collected. Why does that one look like Hideo Kojima? The name of Genocide Jack's victims ran on for several pages. Ken Harada, Tetsuya Honda, Shoji Gaku, Kano Takashi, blah blah blah. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in exactly the same way. And that the scene of each murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page and you'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? Profiling results. All the crimes took place either on weekdays at night or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for the killings to take place was on a holiday in the afternoon. Based on these facts, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did, they were in a panic. And because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the suspect may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. So Toka.
In other words...
The key point here is that the culprit may well have had a split personality. Split personality, like the kind of thing you'd see on TV. So I'm part of a totally unbelievable story. But this one is way more unbelievable than anything else till now. Or maybe it really isn't. I don't know. It feels like my mind has gone numb. Nice.
Let's go.
Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya! Yeah, so he left. Okay, yes, it could be Genocide Jack. Because that's the only person who would know. Or it could be this kid who literally knows everything. I mean, he's definitely... I don't know. It seems a little too obvious. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just like all of a sudden like that? Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own. Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. And just as quickly as he asked me to join him, he cut me off. In the end, I feel like I was some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Genocide Jack, he's the one that killed Chiriho. And Genocide Jack is one of us, but who is it? I have to find that out no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room. I should check the boys' locker room too. And the others might have come up with some useful info while they might have come up with some other info that might be useful. I'm so sorry. I need to find out everything I can. Whew. You know, I always space out, I always space out me reading these, and, oh, there's an exclamation point there. Okay, we'll go investigate those areas then. I always forget how much it just takes to freaking, do these. Like, my mouth right now is just all sorts of screwed up, and like, even talking normally is like, I'm having to really enunciate everything, so when I don't talk, you know, I'm not talking like this, all like, you know, just all like, low and ununderstandable, so I have to talk like this. I really have to enunciate. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before, she won't come out, she just keeps on mumbling something about Genocide Jack, so I just left her there. You left her? My head was all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry. Yeah. Oh, but don't worry, I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating? A donut, of course! Of course? There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chiriho would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. I should have tried to spend more time with her. Come to think of it, who did she spend time with? Yeah, she was a little bit strange, didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep her distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. She said that even though you and her invited Chiriho to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yep, it's true, and it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know, she talked to the boys all the time. Is it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a book by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. Nice! I mean, I get along with the opposite sex much better than I do my same sex. I mean, I don't know. So I don't find it all that weird at all. But then again, if the game is saying it's weird, it's probably weird. Like, whenever the game specifically points something out, you really want to pay attention. Celeste, what are you doing in here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. I thought talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see that was pointless. Then did you find something? Very well, I will tell you, and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Chiriho was in the warehouse. Wait, really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
What are you doing out this late?
Oh, I was just...
Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps?
What? How did you know?
Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying.
Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Oh, thanks. You're right. So she was trying to work out. She stuffed the jacket into a bag in a hurry. It was almost as if she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes,
I
indeed.
assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it appears she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken our rule, none of this ever would have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chiriho carrying, which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Huh. Does the trash room have an exclamation point on it? No. So where'd they get rid of it? Alright, we're gonna go back to the crime scene like we were supposed to in the beginning, but I like to do things my own way. Ah, second floor. Right, that's where I'm supposed to be. And does this have an exclamation point in it? Nope. You know what? I just ran right past it, didn't I? Fantastic! Alright. Hifumi, did you find anything interesting? Bet you didn't. Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit! No, you haven't.
I feel as
Another stat increase from me! Evidence? What did you find? I cannot reveal that just yet, but I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs. Are you sure about that? So you're not gonna tell— You asshole. You just want to be dramatic. Alright, let's investigate more. Kyoko, what'd you find? Hey Kyoko, have you made any progress in your investigation? Generally speaking.
However,
But I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something besides the investigation? What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then.
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chiriho's body one more time. Thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left the girls' locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And her handbook's missing. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said thoroughly, but I do have my limits. Well, I better give it a shot anyways. Let's see. Chiriho's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. The rope that was used to prop her up is in some kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug? Wait, this isn't a rope at all. The more I think about it, that's not the only thing that concerns me. Chihiro's fatal injury was a blow to her head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right, there's the big issue of her being suspended and the fatal blow. At first, I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. But seeing them again, after looking through the Genocide Jack file, something's not quite right. What does all this mean? Nice! Yeah, she hasn't been stabbed. Well, the one thing that's most likely to tie these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chiriho. And to figure that out, there's a certain piece I need to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. Woo! There's still more I need to check. The bloodstained poster. The big press swimsuit model is pretty noticeable, too. Girls' locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. I mean, hey, you do you. Chihiro's presence here was especially weak. Her body and her soul. To target such a helpless being is unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. Okay, sorry. Alright, I've already talked to Mondo. Alright, we can leave now. Was it the Sakura or the poster that was important to look at? I'm thinking the poster. So let's check the poster. Huh, this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. Somehow it doesn't seem to quite fit in the boys' locker room. Oh, but wait, that reminds me. The poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's something definitely strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. In the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted supermodel. Could the posters have been switched? But if they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to someone who knows more about the locker rooms. So Sakura. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Probably don't need to examine the monitor. Yeah, I don't think we need to examine the pool itself. So, let's go back to Sakura. I think we are reaching the end of this investigation. Does anyone know who did it yet? Anyone have any ideas? I don't. Evidence seems to strongly suggest that this Genocide Jack did it, but who the fuck is Genocide Jack? You spend a lot of time exercising using the girls' exercise room, right, Sakura? I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. Okay, then let me ask you something. Do you think the posters in the boys' and girls' locker rooms could have been switched? Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However,
but there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee? In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. Anyway, the other day, I spilled some of it on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. A stain? But I don't see any stain on the carpet now. Exactly. I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. So the carpet and the posters have been switched. So does that mean the real crime scene was the boys' locker room? But how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room? Maybe that's what, I mean, she's more comfortable around guys. Maybe she stole Leon's handbook, or the one that isn't working, I forgot. And is using it? I don't know. But Leon's is broken. How does that work out? No, don't leave yet. What else do I need? Archive, library. I've already been there. Well, what are we missing? It's a big blood stain on the dumbbell on the floor. This dumbbell has to be the murder weapon. There's a blood stain on the carpet. Could only have been caused by Chihiro's murder. Dude, I'm real complex about being weak. He already said that. Alright. Maybe Hifumi? No. Maybe I missed something in the boys' locker room? No, nothing. Huh. What the fuck could I be missing? We could go check on Toko. Or let's go look at the library again. I don't know, maybe there's something in there that we can look at. I mean, I can see that that's different than it was last time. It's a thick layer of death. Maybe some kind of clue here. Guess not. Look at the lamp. Or we could look at the bookshelf behind the lamp. That works too. Even though I'm pointing directly at the lamp. Wait, this lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here. But last time I saw it, it was definitely on, and it was definitely right here. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. There's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Alright, so we got evidence, but we're still missing something. The only ones who really know about the lamp thing are me, Byakuya, and Toko. Oh, the file's gone. Oh. That's that. Time for a murder trial.
I'm getting tired of waiting.
Alright, same thing. Begin the trial, or it's about to begin. The red door is right through here. Alright. And that is all the time I have for this video. Alright, so I know I said I was going to do the trial, but I did not expect that investigation to take that long. We're at like the hour mark, and holy God, I really thought it would, you know, I got to remember that these investigations, they're no joke, man. They take a while. Anyways, who murdered Chiriho? We're going to find out. Oh, poor sweet simple Chiriho. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hey, if you like this video, show it. Leave a like, leave a comment, share it. Do that! Please leave a comment. I would love to hear from each and every one of you about your theories, what you want me to play next, what you want me to do, things I can improve on. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next episode, and hey, seriously, thank you. Bye.